what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have been super inspired by my lattes, my pumpkin spice lattes. I just did, I don't know if it's gonna be my last video or the video before this, whatever, pumpkin spice latte makeup inspired look. But this one, I've been inspired more of like the latte tones, the more neutral tones, and a little bit of warmth to it. This look was super easy to do, so honestly, if you want to do this every day, you could get it done with just your bronzers. I did go in with a couple eyeshadow palettes. You'll see in the video what I use, but if you are interested in to see how I got this look, continue watching. Hey guys, what's up? How have y'all been? Hopefully you guys are having a great fall. Today, as you saw in my intro, I'm deciding to hop onto the latte bandwagon. So today we're going to be doing the latte trend makeup. I did already start with my brows. I primed my lids with my MAC paint pot and set it down with a little bit of powder. Not a lot. I didn't pick up any powder from a container or palette. I used whatever was left on one of my powder brushes. But to start, I did want to start with my skin, and I woke up this morning and my skin was kind of feeling a little bit dry. So for primer today, I'm going to be using the Laura Geller Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. It's her hydrating primer. I got it in a BoxyCharm a few months back. Few months, maybe a year, I don't know. I've had it for a while. I only use it when my skin is feeling super dry, but I'm gonna use this and spread it all over my skin. Forever, forever. Okay, now that that's blended in for my T-zone, I still always have big pores on my T-zone, and especially since my dog kind of cut my face right there, I need something that's really gonna help grip whatever product I'm putting on. So I'm going to take my Benefit Professional Primer, just a little bit of that, like that much or so, and fill in my pores with that. Fill in my pores, place that in my area with a lot. So how's y'all's fall been going? Is it you guys doing all the fall festivities? I'd love to see it on my Instagram. If you haven't yet, I have that always linked down below in my description box, my Instagram and my Like to Know It. I post a lot on both of those little fun things, especially my Like to Know It. Now that I've kind of like figured out what it is for, it's for linking products basically, so that way y'all can find it a hell of a lot easier. Okay, so you know me, you know my favorite foundation is my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Mont Blanc. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to take it directly onto my e.l.f. foundation brush. Yeah, no, I'll go in cream contour after this. I was debating on doing some underpainting, but it never turns out right for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. So 2 dumps. I did 2 pumps, and I'm just kind of like spreading out all over my face and blending it in. I seriously love how this foundation just like blends into my skin and it looks like skin. And if you need a little bit more, I like to take it on the back of my hand too and work it into the brush that way and go over areas that you need just a little bit more coverage in. It's all tan right now, so I hope this isn't too dark for me. But with any foundation, I bring it down on my neck anyways, just to make sure everything's blended. Oh god, that's the worst sounding, is when you're going over your neck and it's like So whatever's left on the back of my hand, I am taking out over my nose. Alright, that is all blended in. So the next thing that I'm going to take is my cream bronzer, if I could find it, which I've been really loving lately, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty one. It's the contour one in the shade Light Medium. light was just way too cool. So it was more of a contour shade rather than a bronzing contour shade, which I like to get both of those done at the same time. So just taking this, I'm going to take some on my cheekbones. I'm almost running out. It feels like I may not be running out. I may be just dramatic. So taking that on my cheekbones. I'm going to do half my face at a time, just so you can kind of see what it looks like at a time. I'm also going to run this through my crease as a base for the eyeshadows. And I'm moving it out and bring it down on the side of my nose. Taking this, I'm going to blend out my nose area first. Don't get too scared if it's messy. Everything's going to get cleaned up and come together, trust me. Blend all the way down onto the lid and out in a winged kind of uplifting shape. Especially when I go in with my concealer right there, it'll clean all of that up. Taking that on my cheeks. So that's half of the face done. You can see it's just nice and warmed up and kind of contoured. So I'm just going to quickly do the other half and speed through this. Okay, now that we got all of that blended in, I went a little bit heavy on this side, but it'll get fixed. That's what concealer's for. So, I mean, you could go in with a cream blush for this look, but honestly, I'm going to go in with concealer and a little bit of a highlighter. I can find my concealer. There's my concealer. So, you've been watching my videos. Lancome Tint Idol Concealer, my new replacement for Shape Tape. I still even have Shape Tape sitting in my drawer over here, but I picked this one up over that any day. So, take that. I'm going to run a little bit down the side of the nose where it got a little heavy. And bring some there, and right here to kind of cut where we put that bronzer at. I'm also going to take it down here on my cheek. Oof. And same thing for this side. And I'm also going to take it down the bridge of my nose and the tip. Anywhere I really want to highlight my face. I'm then going to, I know people like to let it sit there, but I spray mine down before I let it sit. I like to spray my face with a little bit of Fix Plus, just to hydrate everything. I should have said that before I sprayed my face. Let me grab my fan. I really need a new one. My fan is falling apart, but they don't make this anymore. Dr. Cha, bring it back, please. Kind of fan that down, make sure everything's kind of trying to set or starting to set down, and then you blend it out. It gives you the most amount of coverage that way, so that way you get that full coverage under eye makeup. And then now I'm going to go in with my damp beauty sponge and blend. Just loving this moment. Can we stay here for... Okay, that is all blended and looks perfect. My base today is really, really pretty. And I really love how it's turning out. I mean, this is like my normal base anyways, but today it's extra good. I forgot to blend that out. Good thing I don't go in with powder next. So if you start to lose like where that shape was, just take whatever's left on that brush that you're blending your contour with and kind of just blend over the edges. This look is very, very bronzy. It kind of reminds me of that time when blush wasn't a thing. Nobody used it. But I'm still gonna put blush on. Don't worry about that. I'm just doing all of my creams before I set my face. So the next thing I'm going to take is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is, I believe, like Fair or something like that. Doesn't, once you open it, you lose the name and stuff of it. I wish e.l.f. would put the name of their stuff on the bottom of like their packaging, so that way you know. So just taking this over the high points of my face to add some glow back. I've even seen like some of, you know, supermodels, their makeup artists, they say they apply it a little bit down here. So I'm gonna do that too. And then again, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and blend it all out.
Forever, forever.
And I'm just gonna take this again and blend. Make sure everything's nice and like blend it out that way before, especially before you set, because you don't want to set any creases or anything that you don't want it to end up moving, because after you set your skin, things aren't going to be moving. So I'm just taking my Anastasia loose setting powder. This is just her translucent shade. I'm going to take some of that in the cap and take my powder puff. I really need to clean my powder puff. My powder puff's a little bit dirty from all of the Halloween looks that I've been doing. I'm doing a bunch of pre-filming right now for after Halloween. I don't know when I'm going to put this up, but just FYI, this may be a pre-filmed one. But take that, take the excess so you really get it rubbed into the sponge, and rub it on the back of your hand, and then tap out your creases, any creases you get underneath your eyes. I don't typically crease with this concealer too badly, which is nice. Take that, and I don't let it sit there. I swipe it off. Let me find a brush to swipe it off with. I'm just gonna use this ColourPop blush brush and take the excess on the lid so you set that bronzer down. It's not gonna change the color of the bronzer because it's translucent. So just take that, swipe it off, and do the same all over your face. I'm gonna quickly set my face, and I'll be right back. Okay, face is set down. It shouldn't move on you at all. My face, I don't keep on for a whole long time throughout the day. I mean, a couple hours, yeah, for class mainly. So the next thing I'm going to go into is my bronzer. Yes, another bronzer. I'm taking the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer. You know my love for this. I use this in every video where I'm doing a glam face, a natural makeup. Just, it's my favorite bronzer. I really want to get the diffuse bronze light. It's supposed to be lighter, so maybe during the winter time when I'm not as tan, if I don't self tan, at least I don't really get out in the sun all too much as is. And if I am, then I'm covered in sunscreen because I burn and then it turns into a tan. So I'm not one of those girls that goes out there to get burnt. So going over that cream bronzer that I had placed down, just warming up the skin, basically. Bringing life back. My first bronzer that I go in with is this one, and then if you've been watching my videos, I take another bronzer. I'm a bronzer freak, you could say. But I'm going to take the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I have a Too Faced one in there that I also like too, but it's not, I like it, but it's not my favorite. So these are just my go-tos. Lightly just bronze up the outer parts of the skin. You can see, like, with the first bronzer, I brought it more inwards to add more warmth, while this one I like to keep out more as a contour almost. Which, also, let me know, which do you guys prefer, my voiceovers or these talk through videos? Because I like to do both now. So let me know what y'all think. I really would like to know. Alright, next I'm just going to take this random eyeshadow brush from ColourPop. It's their E23 and contour / bronze the sides of my nose. And bring it into the brow right there. If it gets messy like this, just rub it out. That's the one thing that I really like about this look, is it's kind of messy. It's not perfect, which is nice. All right. I'm going to go through and set with another powder. Just, even though my skin's been dry, my makeup, I just wanted to make sure it lasts because I'm going to be in class all day today. And it really helps blend everything together. So this is falling apart, but it's my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. I'm going to take a little bit of that on a big powder brush and just blend over everything. Make sure everything's nice and blended that way. Okay, nice and blended. For highlighter, I'm going to go in with my highlighter before I go in with blush, just because I like it to peek through that way. I am taking my favorite Laura Mercier highlighter in Highlight 1 and just taking that all over my face, my high points, my brow bones, everywhere. So, pop that up here. Through here. Editing wise, talk throughs are so much easier just because I'm telling you, and I don't have to go back through and try to figure out what I used. So I really like talk throughs. Hopefully I'll like them. No, they're a little bit longer, but I'm a chatterbox, so it's hard to shut me up sometimes. Okay, so for blush, let me see if I can pop this out of this big palette. It's not coming out. So if you can't see here, it's just MAC Peaches. I'm going to take that and apply that to my blush parts. Find a blush brush. Make sure it's clean. Pick up some of that product, tap it off, and then I like to keep my blush further back rather than bringing it in because my face is already round enough. I don't need it to be any more round. And just like that, whatever's left, tap. Just little taps. Also, guys, leave me down in the comments what you guys want to see, what kind of looks you want to see from me coming up soon, especially during the holiday season coming up. I want to know exactly what y'all want to see rather than me trying to guess. Alright, so next I'm going to shut my drawers properly, set my face. I'm going to set my face using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Well, it's their Prep and Set. I like this one. It's basically the same thing as their black bottled, but they say you can use this to prep your skin with too. I'm just going to go in and set my skin though. And then fan. See what I mean? This thing's falling apart. Oh my goodness, I've had it for a while though, so it makes kind of sense. And my niece loves to play with this thing, so that could be why. Alright, your skin's all set. So now we're going to go ahead and go into our eyeshadow, which I am taking a Loved palette. I saw her actually use this in her latte video, so I'm kind of recreating that as well. I'm not doing every step that she did, but making it my own. So it's the Transition palette from Dominique Cosmetics. If you haven't seen her video, go watch it. It's really, really neat. And you can see how much I have loved and adored this palette. So for this look, we're mainly going to be taking these 3 shades over here, these warmer kind of mustardy, yellowy browns. and running that all through our crease. So for that, I'm going to be taking my, what brush do I want to take first? This one. The one, it's from Morphe. It's Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, the JH32. I don't know if they still have these, but any sort of blending brush. I'm going to take caramel and toffee and honey, mix all three together and tap it off. And then just kind of blend it where you put that. Whatever's left after blending it through, just blend it on the lid lightly. So you should get something like that. All right, and then don't forget to wrap these underneath. I do like to take a smaller brush for this. This is just a Morphe M321 brush. Pop those 3 shades on there, tap it off, and then I like to look down at my hair, or place it here and look up. And just blend it all over. Okay, now that you got that on, we're gonna go in with some liner. I am taking 2 liners. I'm taking more of a warm tone brown liner and then a cool tone brown liner. I don't know if they still make this liner, but any sort of cool tone brown liner will work. I'm gonna go ahead and start with MAC's Costa Riche and smudge that against my lash line. I'm only going on the outer half because I want to leave the inner half kind of like open and more bright. And then take a blending brush. This won't work. This is the ColourPop E27 and blend it out. So you get more of like that brown kind of smokiness. I always have to make sure I'm still recording because I do record on my phone. The iPhone cameras have the best camera quality. I swear, I could use an expensive camera and probably get the same, but that way I don't have to buy an expensive camera. Okay, so now that you got that base down, I'm gonna take this liner from Dose of Colors. It is the Sketch Eyeliner in the shade, just says Sketch Liner. I don't know, it's a dark cool tone brown, and I'm gonna take that with a do I want to do a liner brush? Yeah, let me find one. Actually, I'm just gonna take this flat kind of definer brush from Morphe. This is the M432. So take this liner. Can I take the cap off? Maybe. So take this and right here, and you can look down into your mirror just to get access better to it, but smudge this on the outer corner. And then immediately before that dries down, take your brush and blend it out. And I also like to take my finger just to really diffuse it. just so you get this kind of like diffused smokiness. And then let me do that on the other really quick and I'll be right. Okay, I'm back. So just to kind of brighten things up, I am taking the shades from that same palette, the transition palette. Yeah, transition palette. The shades Frothy and Natural. Popping just a little bit of that on the inner third, just to brighten everything up again, because I really like that bright kind of look. Okay, so after you put that frothy shade down, I'm just taking that first brush that we used with the 3 shades of caramel, toffee, and honey, picking a little bit up of those and popping that right here just to blend. And I'm coming at an upward angle so it blends up. Okay, so to highlight my brow, I am taking my same face highlighter. That's one from, what is it, Laura Mercier. Yeah, popping that up here on the brow. And then the inner corner. And take that same brush that you've been using for all those shades and blend any harsh lines you have out. This look is just supposed to be really blown out, smoky, and yumminess, honestly. So at this stage, you could leave it matte, or you can go in with a shimmer on top. Let's see, do I want to do matte or do I want to do shimmer? Please, my decisions. I think I'm going to do shimmer. I'm going to take from the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals palette. She has this gorgeous, 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 gorgeous shimmer in here called Birthday Suit. It's this one right here. And I'm just going to pick that up with my finger. And I think I'm going to actually mix a little bit of All Luxe with it on my finger, so it looks kind of like this. And pop that right here on the center. Oh yeah, that made it. Again, just take that blending brush, make sure everything's nice and blended. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna go pop on a pair of lashes. I don't think y'all want to see me popping on some lashes, so I will be right back. Okay, so I wanted to quickly hop here and show you what it looks like with just mascara. You could wear this with just mascara and make it very everyday like. If you get it on your lids like I do all the time, just wait for it to dry down and then take a mascara wand and flick it off like so. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly pop on some Demi Wispies from Ardell and I will be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like with lashes. I always just think lashes make that look. I had lash extensions for so long. I got so used to having lashes constantly, and ever since taking them off now, I feel a little weird without having lashes. So next thing you want to do is, so you don't have that gap in between, always want to tightline your eyes. I'm going to take that darker one just so it deepens up the lash line and makes things a little bit more smoky, more edgy. So take that and tightline. I lift my lid up. I know this is cringy. Oh, my lash wasn't dry all the way on that side. Whoops. But there we go, nice and tight line, and it looks, see how it just like makes the lash line look a little bit darker? I love that. I'm gonna take a step that I do with all of my looks because I really like to open up my eyes. I don't like putting liner on, especially dark liner, on my lower waterline. So I take my Essence Nude liner and I love to just rim that in my waterline. So that's what it looks like with that. And you can just see it really opens up your eyes. This eyeshadow though, for if you have blue eyes or green eyes, or even brown eyes, I think, this is just gonna make them pop. This look is hands down my favorite right now. I love that. It's so easy too. It's 3 shades. You could even probably just get this done with your bronzer and get like 2 different shades of bronzer. Get one darker one and one lighter one. And then a brown liner. Done. This look is so pretty though. I'm gonna go do something with this rat's nest up here that I have up on the top of my head. And I will be right back to finish the lip. Okay, I'm back. My hair's all done. I love my hair curled. My stylist just, she knows what to do to make my hair look so good. It's been a few months since I've gotten my hair done for the fall time. I'm thinking about going darker the next time I see her. I know I plan on seeing her maybe in November. Just depends on time and her schedule. So for my lips though, I am going to take MAC's Oak, one of my favorite lip liners from them. I'm going to line, overline, fill them in, and then go in with another lip liner in a minute, and I'll tell you what that is once I'm done doing this. Exfoliate your lips before putting on dry pencils. So, run that through. And then for the next, color pencil that I'm using, I am using Nude Truffle from NYX. And I'm going to go on the borders and really like define this out. Forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here? And then I also like to take it and kind of bring it on the corners just to kind of add that whole depth and make the oak in the middle kind of stand out. So just, I'm gonna rub my fingers over this, make sure it's nice and blended through. And then, do I want to just go in with a gloss? I think I'm actually gonna go in with a lip oil over top of this, just so it's a little bit more hydrated and glossy feeling. So I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill lip oil in Honey Drip. I'm gonna pop that on my lips. I really just like how the lip pencils look. I don't want to go in with a lipstick and ruin like this ombre effect that I've got going on. So lip oil it is. Oh yeah. Pop that in the middle. Rub your lips together. And then that, my friends, is the final look. So this look is definitely great for every day. Like I said earlier, you could just pop this through with a bronzer, get 2 different bronzer shades, one, you know, your tone, and then one deeper tone, and get this same kind of look. Or if you have any neutral palette, you could really get this look. Super easy, super quick too. It didn't take me too long to do. Filming is probably honestly the hardest and the longest part of doing my makeup, because filming, you want it to be, you know, perfect. You want to get your shots, all of that. But besides that, this look was super easy, super quick. How to latte makeup, and gotta have my latte on the side. And like I said in my last video, my pumpkin spice, you know me, I'm a pumpkin girl. I don't know if that was my last video or what's before this, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning into my channel weekly when I post. I hope you guys are having a great fall, and I hope your holidays coming up are going to be amazing. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey y'all, what's up? How are you? I would get a freaking phone call.
Put your favorite song on just to wake you up when